All right. Think we should be live. I think we should be up and running. Yeah, we should be good. What is good, y'all? Welcome to the first, technically, yes, the first chapter live reaction for Jujutsu Kaisen. The last of three, honestly, because we only got 269, 270, and 271. So obviously, if it's your first time checking me out doing this, I basically got to take a little 2-week break. Kind of helped because I think I needed it. I think I was getting a little exhausted from the binge, but I just got done binging JJK, so I'll stop getting spoiled. I'm not gonna lie to you, being caught up is weird, and I'm caught up, and I still got spoiled. What? Is there no remedy for avoiding spoilers for this series? Like, I'm not even trying, bro. I'm literally not even trying. I don't know. People posting manga, fucking roughs and their close friends and shit like that on my Instagram. People making whole YouTube videos days in advance. Ones that don't even be talking about Jujutsu Kaisen like that. I cannot win. I can't win. But here we are. Jujutsu Kaisen, chapter 269, titled Reflection, Considerations, whatever it is, either version, right? Crystal, what's good? I am late. I apologize. But what is good? Everybody gets spoiled, JJK, even me. This shit is crazy, bro. I really thought me being caught up would make all this better. Silly me. Congratulations, I played myself. All right. Before we get this stream started, make sure you guys subscribe, hit that notification bell, get notified for more content that I put out, as well. Leave a like, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts. Also, check out Moon Piece Podcast. We will be doing a Jujutsu Kaisen discussion stream, reading through the chapter, giving our thoughts, having a conversation with me, my co-host Danny, also my co-host Kimmy, and we have a special guest, Amber Elise. If you guys know Amber Elise on YouTube, she will be on the stream as well tomorrow. That will be 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Moon Piece Podcast. So, without any further ado, house cleaning and all that, let's just get into it, y'all. Chapter 269, Considerations. All right. How much? Okay, so we got Mei here. Dekatsu, ultra sauce flavor. Okay. Yuta, you jerk. It's not okay just because you're back in your original body. There he goes. Yuta back. Maki. Oh, Megami, how are you? How are you? Yuta back in his body with the Kenjaku scars. My head is kind of spacey. Is that because of Unlimited Void? Are you really okay? I want to apologize to everyone. Do it later. Anyway. You have nothing to apologize. Shoo. But actually, I do. It's Gojo's fault for not killing Itadori way back when. And Itadori is a victim of Kenjaku's Jujutsu terrorism. I was in favor of your execution, Itadori. I'm only here because of Yaga. And I won't say that I was wrong or I told you so either. Each person's truth brought us to this outcome. So, you guys don't need to feel guilty. Just be kids and let the old guys hang their heads. Yuta back. I thought it would have been interesting if Yuta stayed in Gojo's body the whole time. So you guys don't need to feel guilty. Just be kids and let the old guys hang their heads. Okay. Bro's basically letting them know, like, listen, it is what it is. I'm not even going to say I told you so. We know it turned out how it turned out. What can you do? Okotsu senpai, how did you return to your body? I owe it to Rika. When she didn't follow me into Gojo Sensei's body, I thought I had lost my connection to her. But Rika was using a reverse curse technique to repair and sustain my body, which Ire had worked on. When Kenjaku's curse technique burnt out due to the domain, I thought I was dead. Rika, man. I feel like we all need a Rika, man. We all need somebody that's going to just be as down and loyal as Rika. There was a minor miscalculation. Kenjaku was still active after the opening of the domain. I suppose it was possible to somehow divide multiple curse techniques to continue functioning, probably through barrier techniques. A millenarian and a fresh copy won't be equally precise. A millenarian? After recovery of the curse technique, I was near death, and Rika was an external curse technique. We reconnected, and I survived. Sorry for making everyone worry. I need a Maharaga. Who cares about all that? Look at them. The issue is that if you had acted properly, we could have won more easily. First, consider the surprise attack on Kenjaku. I should have done that. Then, there's the plan involving Higuruma's sword. Combined with Togei's remote curse speech, we'd have won easily. We should have had Higuruma carry a recording. It isn't possible to activate multiple instances of cursed speech simultaneously. Playing cursed speech from a recording counts as one instance, so only one voice recording is possible. But my boogie woogie can't target you, Maki. Even a Kotu pulling off the surprise attack without my assistance was risky. Besides, Rika's strength was necessary for stopping cursed spirit manipulation from raging out of control. Not Gege basically spelling out why things didn't go a specific way. Is it necessary? I don't know. But I guess if anybody wants to be like, well, why didn't this happen instead of this? They're like, Gege's basically spelling out for you why he did it the way he did it. At least reasoning in his head. So I see. I guess. It's because Maki doesn't have cursed energy that she can't be swapped with Boogie Woogie. Besides, Rika's strength was necessary for stopping cursed spirit manipulation from raging out of control. Okay. And Togei's cursed speech had reduced recoil because of the timing. If we'd used it when Sukuna was in better condition, the kickback would have been fatal. Samonro. Sukuna was playing around. He could have killed me anytime. If Okotu had been around, he would have killed me instantly. Besides, cursed speech is easy to counter, right? My boy Higuruma is alive. Higuruma is alive and well. Let's go. A win is a win. I'll take it. I'm the one who decided we should use it inside Okotsu's domain barrier without any external opponents. After all, harmful acts are impossible inside my domain. So many people in the fandom were asking these questions, and then this chapter came out, and they're all like, boring, chapter yap sessions, worst chapter. Nah, what's good with that? Yo, niggas really hate exposition. They really hate exposition, bro. People don't, reading comprehension is not a thing. I'm liking this, bro. I like to see, I prefer them just like shooting the shit more, not necessarily over explaining why things happen the way they are combat wise. I just don't really care to learn too much about the combat stuff anymore. Like, I want to just see them talk and chill. I'm here for the yap. The goat lives. JJK is all about yapping, actually. There's definitely a lot of yapping. You gotta yap if you want your curse technique to be better, right? I'm the one who decided we should use it inside Okotsu's domain barrier without any external opponents. After all, harmful acts are impossible inside my domain. Nonetheless, it's amazing that someone who became a sorcerer 2 months ago survived. But you might say that's unfortunate. Expositions aren't my thing. Facts. Still, those foreign helpers, if they'd been there at the start, things would have been different. Yes, that's right. They all looking at Okotu like, yeah. You don't say. You don't say. They on that ass, boy. But they said they wouldn't come. And I said they might. But they came. Easy, you two. They on that ass. See, this is what I like to see. These are the moments I like to see. Thanks to Okotsu Senpai's cursed tool, I was able to hide my fingers. Wouldn't gloves have worked? Go to a hardware store. Thanks to Okoto Senpai, we prevented Sukuna's second domain. I'm saying it could have worked out before that. This nigga usually trying to shoot this nigga bail. He really trying to shoot this nigga bail 2 times. Good thing waiting inside Rika was possible. We were able to follow up with an attack immediately after Gojo, and that drew Urame away from Sukuna early. And that's thanks to Okotsu. They were inside Rika? Interesting. I'm responsible too. I prepared with Miss May for Sukuna's domain, but I couldn't get a hold of Choso Itadori. A problem with curse technique area? No. The problem was less distance than Sukuna curse energy. In the center of the domain, Sukuna's curse energy was too strong, so I failed to lock onto their curse energy. I was there, but Wee Wee got me out fast. So I'm to blame too. Everybody just taking fucking blame, bro. Jesus Christ, guys. Guys. We should have been able to save Choso. But then I would have died. It's no one's fault. I'm not trying to blame Yuta either. After all, Black Flash hit me twice. But this guy... oh, never mind. Look at them laughing. See, the fact that these motherfuckers, the second years, I'm like over here like, man, they got better chemistry on fucking screen than I ever seen Nobara, Yuji, and Megami have, bro. Like, these guys could have been the main characters. OD. I was scared stiff. I was on standby as Maki's markers and for domain countering. What if Todo Senpai's curse technique had only saved me? If everyone takes the blame, then no one has to bear it alone. Aww. 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 Nah, it's all Yuta's fault. It's all Gojo's fault. You're the one who said you wouldn't join in combat, and I didn't. Anyway, you'd have objected. Sorry I didn't do much. You don't fucking say. Which girl over here didn't do jack shit? Well, your broom was a comfy ride. I wanted to take on Sukuna after finishing off Urame. Urame was tough. Don't you fucking dare. Gege? Gege, don't you fucking dare. Don't say Urame was tough after we didn't see any of the fight. Don't do that. Don't do that. I was asleep for a long time, so I can't say much. Yes, we know. We know. We may each have our own regrets. But surely, everyone agrees I was the MVP. This nigga is wildin'. You panicked and left me. You're heavy, Kirara. You're... That made things easier for your sister. My sister did hard work regarding new shadow style. Yet again, still on the good part. See, bro? Nah, really though, it is Gojo's fault. If he just let Yuji get killed right at the gate, then... Just saying. Just saying. Guilty as charged. After all, I can't exchange my life for money, and you can't bet with what you can't exchange for money. She don't give a fuck, boy. New shadow style. Can't only certain people use that? Yes, that's right. A binding vow restricts it to one family. The inventor, Sadatsuna Ashiya, made it that way to prevent it leaking to curse users. But generations change, and new shadow style lost its public benefit, and simple domain became a trade secret. They like, what the fuck are they talking about? Nani? In other words, the clan keeps a monopoly on it, invites disciples, and unreasonably enforces the binding vow. New shadow style is of great worth to sorcerers who have no curse techniques. Todo learned it from Tsukumo, who acquired it Mekamaru style. Jesus Christ, Gege. What's unreasonable about a binding vow, forbidding the technique of the new shadow style to anyone but disciples? What's unreasonable? That's only part of it. You can't refuse summons to action from the head, among other complications. What's particularly tricky is lifespan. because this is closer to a spell without limit than a binding vow or curse technique. New Shadow Style's head absorbs the lifespan of the disciple supposedly. Lifespan? Supposedly? No one knows who New Shadow Style's head is. This nigga is out here just talking about, he on the Big Mom? Whoever the head is on the Big Mom? Life or leave? So while the contract concerning lifespan is a fact, no one knows how it's fulfilled. Some disciples are old men and women. If the head dies, a senior disciple will become the next one. But as long as the new head doesn't reveal the identity, no one will know who it is. And only the leader can undo the various binding vows. As far as I know, there aren't any senior disciples who have information on the head. Maybe you mean there weren't any. What is going on, bro? I'm the current head of the New Shadow Style. I kind of felt like it was going there. What? So the simple domain binding vow and lifespan spell are no longer a problem. But you got at least some perks for new disciples. In time, Wee will become the leader and rake in monthly fees from the disciples. Yo, she really is about that fucking coin. She is all about that fucking coin. What? You're so greedy, big sis. Even Jujutsu could be a subscription service. Yo, this girl is fucking insane. How much? I'm talking about your life. Nah, what are you doing? How'd you find me? And how'd you know I'm the leader? I heard from someone in the know. But no one should know that. You intended to increase the number of disciples to stand alongside the big three families. And then control Jujutsu headquarters and the sorcery world, didn't you? Tengen? It would take a long time, but absorbing lifespan from disciples must have been a means for living to someday see something. You can't exchange such ambition for money. And now, the Zenin clan has fallen to ruin. So if the Kamo and Gojo clans both fall in the final battle. Anyway, what's more important than money can't be protected without money. If there wasn't exclusive control of Simple Domain, some sorcerers wouldn't have had to die. You were trying to make my little brother defective, so this was bound to happen. That's the end of the chapter. I don't know what is happening. What is happening? So we spent the whole chapter. I don't know. I have interesting thoughts. Let's recap this. Let me kind of go back through this because like the chapter opens up with Mei talking to some old lady, right? Who is said to be potentially the head of the new Shadow Style, who's been taking people's lifespan, who's been learning it. But we like see that in the beginning without really knowing what's going on. So we wrap back after it, spending the whole chapter kind of seeing everybody who's part of the Jujutsu crew. You know what I mean? The Jujutsu gang. I don't know if there's a word that we're calling the team, the squad. Yuta got his body back because Rika's loyal and Rika's a real one. So that works out for the boy. Glad to see Yuta is fine. Would have been interesting if Yuta stayed in Gojo's body, but who knows? Maybe Gege might pull a fucking fast one and show that Gojo is alive in the final chapter still. I don't, at this point, I don't know what Gege is going to pull. Higuruma's also alive, which I'm a fan of that. OD. I see that as a win for me. But we spend most of it seeing like some really good character dynamics. Maki just going in on Yuta. Everybody playing the blame game. As Special Panda says, if everyone takes the blame, then no one has to bear it alone. Kawaii. Not being sarcastic, but it was just, besides the exposition part, I don't see where this is going, but I do enjoy seeing finally the characters have time to talk and joke around and breathe and just see some gags. Like, I wish I got to see this more because it would make me believe that these people care about each other more. Granted, I know it's not been a lot of time since the story has taken place. You know what I mean? This is taking place over the course of 6 months or something like that. So not that much time has passed, but your boy Megami, trying to take the burden. Gojo was kind of getting blamed at first. Yuta got blamed OD by Maki. Nobara was like, yeah, I was asleep. Broom Girl was like, yeah, I kind of didn't do shit but carry Mei Mei around, so I'm useless. Your boy Toto, Gege gives like a whole breakdown as to why certain things didn't happen the way that other people may have wanted them to happen. Did I need that? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The story happens how the story happens, but I guess for some people, they really need the clarity. So I can understand if you're somebody who's heavy on power scaling and heavy on trying to say things don't make sense, why you just didn't do it this way. Listen, a story has to be told at the end of the day. That's just my opinion on it. But seeing everybody get tight at Yuta about the foreigners, Miguel, and what's the name? Not coming to help Suna because he was like, I thought they wasn't gonna come. They came. So they was on his ass about that. So that was funny. Also, the fact that they were carried by Rika. Interesting. Can't remember Durag guy name, but Durag guy, he's here trying to shoulder the blame for himself too. We also get a figuring out with Inamaki the fact that they couldn't use multiple recordings of his voice, only because like one can be used at a time. I guess it would kind of mess the whole ability up. But we get into understanding more about the new shadow style and binding vows and why everybody can't use it and the whole kind of lore behind it, what's going on. So we find out that whoever the head of the clan is, the new shadow style head, gets to take the lifespan of its disciples. So if they teach it somebody, it's kind of like an exchange. That's what the binding vow is. So I guess the person gets to live long who ends up being like the old person in the end. So kind of keeping a monopoly on that and seeing that the Zenin clan has fallen, and if something would have happened to the Gojo clan and the Kamo clan as well, shit is really, really gonna go left in regards to a power imbalance and things like that. So what's his name too? Wee Wee also trying to take all the sauce. Wee Wee really thought they was that person. But I'm not really sure exactly what's going on with this old lady and what exactly the whole plan is. Like, why is Mei Mei pressing this old lady, saying like, okay, some lives could have been saved if you didn't like fucking do this shit. If you didn't like kind of have this binding vow instead of just letting other people know it. I'm not sure if that makes the technique weaker, if there is no binding vow as such. But the old person, lady, it looks like a lady, saying Tengen, like at the end like that, and then getting murked. Like, what? Help me, make it make sense for me, guys. Make it make sense for me. I thought the chapter was cool, in my opinion. I'd like to see all the character interactions. Those moments do matter to me. I just don't understand, where did this come from? Like, why is this happening last minute? And maybe I missed it being talked about it early in the series. That's something I should have kept an eye out on. But it does seem like the Jujutsu world as a whole is in shambles, per se. You know what I mean? Tengen is the one who gave Mei the info on who she was. Oh, okay. So she was questioning why they found out, and Tengen snitched. Okay, got it. It seems like all the higher-ups and the powers that be in the Jujutsu world is kind of insane. It looks like it's collapsing before our eyes. So the fact that your boy, Mr. I don't want nothing to do with this, is now the head of the new shadow style, and then when he kind of dies or bites the bullet, then Mei Mei will be, and Mei Mei ain't shit, because Mei Mei's about to get this money. Mei Mei's about to get this coin. She's about to be getting bread off of exchanging life energy. Bro is turning Jujutsu into a subscription service. It's funny to me. I think it's kind of, it's interesting. I don't really know how I feel about this chapter right now. I can probably right now give it. The jokes were funny. Yeah, basically Gojo killed all the higher ups, so basically there's no one running the place now. Yeah, it's in shambles. So they need to figure out how they're gonna reorganize everything. I don't know what they're gonna do, but we got 2 more chapters to figure out who's gonna be the head of everything. Maybe Yuji becomes the head of something. I don't know. Maybe Yokotsu becomes the head of something. I don't know. Maybe the Kamo clan. And then we have Megumin doing the Zenin clan. And then I don't know who's going to handle the Gojo clan. You know what I mean? So, interesting chapter. I'll probably give it a 6 out of 10. Maybe a 7. Like a 6 feels harsh. But this last part of like the new Shadow style really kind of came out of nowhere to me. At least for me. I don't know why. So, that's my thoughts on Jujutsu Kaisen chapter 269. Make sure you guys subscribe. If you want to see me talk more about the chapter after I have some time to think about it with some other people, check out Moon Piece Podcast. We'll be doing a stream tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with my co-host Kimmy and Danny and our guest Amber Elise. So, on that note, y'all, enjoy your life.